Hello guys. So this is going to be a tutorial on how to start the water slide process for a decal or image. So in part one, we will work up until the process where we are going to start sealing our image. And then part two will be where we have completed the sealant and we're going to print the image and then place it in the water and put it on our mug or thermos or whatever we're going to be applying the decal or image to. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is on the left side of your screen, you'll click on Upload. And then we're going to upload our image by selecting that button. And then we're going to select Browse. From there, we're going to locate our file. And I just put it in, so there we go. And we locate the file, we'll select Open. And then our image is here. And now we are going to be inserting this image into Cricut Design Space, into our images area. So we're going to select Complex and Continue in the bottom right corner. All right, so we have our image here. And we're not going to be changing anything. This is where you can make any modifications to your image, but we're going to leave everything as is, so we'll select Continue. Okay, so on the left side of your screen, you have a Save as a Print Then Cut image, which means that your printer will print it out, and then you will place that image on your mat, and then you will place it into your cutting machine, and your cutting machine will cut it out for you. So what we're going to do on your right side, you have just a Save as a Cut, which means that your cutting machine would just cut out this hollow image, but there will be nothing in the middle. So if you were working with heat transfer vinyl, let's say you were working with the black color, then that entire image would print out or cut out in black, whatever color you're using. So we're going to be using this Save as a Print Then Cut. So we're ready to select Save in the bottom right corner. And now we have uploaded our image into Cricut Design Space, and it tells you your image upload was successful. So now we're going to locate the image, and we have it here. We're going to select it by clicking one time, and in the bottom right hand corner, we're going to select Insert Images. And now we have our image in Cricut Design Space. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this image and we're going to make sure that the sizing is applicable for the item that we're going to be placing it on. And I want to make my image to be 3 inches wide and about 4 inches long. So what I'm going to do is at the top of my screen, I have a lock here that says Lock Proportions. And what I'm going to do is I am going to unlock that by clicking one time. And in the width, I am going to type in 3.0. I'm going to tab over on my keyboard and type in 4.0 and tab over. And then I'm going to tab one more time so that now I am positioned in the position field. And I'm going to type in 0, tab, 0, and enter. And that's going to place the image in the top left corner. And at this point, I want to lock that image back. Now, when working with Waterslide, guys, you are going to be placing this decal or image on an item, and you normally, with the Spin It Waterslide paper, you're normally paying about $10 for 4 sheets of paper. So you want to make sure that you are getting your money's worth out of the paper. So for me, I am going to be printing more than one decal. So in order to do that, she's already highlighted here. So on the very far right side of my screen, right up under Color Sync, I'm going to select Duplicate. And then I'm just going to move her over. And I am going to do that 2 more times. And so now I have a total of 4 images on my screen. I'm just going to position them down here. There we go. So now we have 4 decals that we will be able to place on a mug, a cup, thermos, you know, what have you, just a smooth, hard surface. All right, so at this point, I am now going to click on each one of these decals. And what that is doing is it's going to group them all together. So I am going to select group now that I've highlighted each one. And from there, I am going to select attach in the bottom right corner, right next to flatten, but we're going to select attach. And now we are ready to make this project. So in the top right corner, we're going to select make it. Oh, I did not catch the project incompatible, but that's good that it came up for those that are new to the group. So anytime you see this alert here on the far right hand side of your screen, that's letting you know that your image is too large for this project, and so you're going to have to shrink it down some. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click here on this double arrow, and I'm just going to drag it in a little bit because you really don't want the height to exceed 9 inches. So you really want to go in some, and you don't want the width to exceed a little bit over 6 inches wide. So now that project incompatible alert is gone, and we are now able to print our project or make our project without any issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to select make it in the top right corner. And so now what you see on my screen is you see 4 decals or 4 images. And this is the trick to Waterslide, because when you're working with Waterslide, each one of these decals you're going to place into water, and then you're going to have to remove that white backing so that the image will slide onto your item. So what you do here is on the left side of your screen, you're going to select mirror. And what that's going to do is it's going to turn our image in the opposite direction, in the reverse, so that when we dip this image in water and we then go to place it onto our item, it's going to be facing in the direction that we want, so that we're sliding the image onto the item and removing that white backing instead of trying to get the image off the white backing the opposite direction. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to be printing this image on the Waterslide paper. So what I'm going to do is stop at this point so that I can video that process, and I'll place it in the group so that you can see the entire process. But this will complete part 1, and then when I'm ready, I will resume with part 2.